Hi guys, welcome to this video for the meta customization system. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can add your custom characters to your own level as playable characters and even a character customization screen to your own levels. So before we begin, you've probably been getting this dummy instead of MetaHumans when you click play. You need to update the product again because when Fab updated it the first time, they added the new MetaHumans, but they did not delete the old files or overwrite the old files. So it has been behaving as if nothing was changed at all. So please update the product again. If you update it again, it should be working correctly. Okay, so let's get started with adding our custom characters to our own levels. Okay, so let's say you've done all your customization. As I've done my customization here, I'm pretty satisfied with this character, the way she is. So I'm going to create a new level and have this character as a playable level. So there's two ways that we could do that. We could use the quick way, or which is kind of a copy paste method from other levels, or we could do it from scratch. So I'll show you the quick way first of all. Let's go to our meta customization system folder. Under maps, we can open up the third person playable map. So that's third person map. Let's open that up and click on play. And as you can see, my custom MetaHuman is actually playable there. This doesn't have great lighting, so she doesn't look as good as she does on my character creation screen there, because I've added some lights over there. So yeah, we have a playable third person character over here. Okay, so let's say we want to have that third person character on our own level. Maybe you've got some big open world you want to add it to. So what you can do is you can copy DP meta styler, BP face tool, BP body tool, BP gender change. Just press Ctrl C on those to copy them. And let's make a new level. You can open an existing level if you'd like. Okay, so let's paste that there. Before we do anything else, let's save this level and go back to our old level. I'll call this tutorial 1, this level. Tutorial 1 because we will have tutorial 2 as well for a different purpose. Once you've saved that, let's go back to the third person map which you just came from. Open it up and open the blueprints there, the level blueprints. Yeah, open level blueprint and select everything you see here except for the event begin play, though you can add that as well, but it will come as a custom event. Anyway, select what you see here, copy it, close it down, open the tutorial 1 level that we just saved, or open your level. Open the level, the blueprint, and right click there. Oh, and just push Ctrl V. I have a habit of right clicking. Connect it to the event begin play as you've seen me do there, and compile that, save it, or click play, and nothing will happen here. Okay, we're not done setting up yet, and we'll get a bunch of errors as well. Actually, the open world level does get these errors for some reason, but you won't get these errors on a normal level, and they won't actually affect what's happening in the game. So what we need to do next is we need to go to the blueprints again, okay? And this time we need to change the game mode. So you might have your own game mode loaded here. You're gonna have to remove it if you want to use this method I'm showing here. Choose anyway, go over game mode and select game mode base class. Choose third person game mode. Okay, mine is already selected here. Yours might not show anything here. If you don't have anything selected, it might be empty. It might look like that. Yeah, it might look like this because I've removed it. So if yours looks like this, no problem. Just choose third person game mode. Okay, once you choose that, it should look something like this. All right, you might have another third person game mode in your project. Just in case, what you can do is once you've chosen the game mode, click on edit BP third person game mode and click on find the browse to the associated asset from here. Use the search button And if it is under MetaHuman customization system, demo content, third person, blueprint, third person game mode, then you're good to go. If it's not this one, then just try and select a different one until you find the correct one that is actually in this location. So once you're done with all that, if you click on play, it still won't work. What you need to do next is select all the blueprints we pasted and put them above ground. Okay, because for some reason, I guess it's a collision issue, it's stuck in the ground. This doesn't happen on a normal level, but it does happen in the third person world. Put it at least 70. Mine is locked to 100, but put it at least 70 units above the ground. 100 units is also fine, but she might fall out of the sky if you make it too high. So you could make it 70 units to the Z axis above the ground. Now if you press play, everything should be fine. Okay, so there you go. You have a new level with the playable character working there. Okay, so the next thing we can do is we can test this out with the fantasy RPG template. And what you need to do in order to make this play as the fantasy RPG template is simply just select the meta styler, and where it says in the details panel, where it says BP, playable male metahuman or playable male female metahuman, you can replace these with the fantasy blueprints. Okay, the way you do that is under the meta customization system, you go down to pre-made blueprints and choose the fantasy blueprints here. Okay, female, BP RPG MH female. Just drag and drop that to playable female metahuman. Okay, BP RPG MH male. Replace the playable male metahuman with that. And now just look for using fantasy game BP. Check that to true and click on play, and you are now playing with the fantasy game template. Okay, we may need to add some AI there. We'll cover that in a separate tutorial, but that's how you can switch out from third person to the fantasy game blueprint instead. Okay, all right, so the next thing we can cover here is how to do this from scratch. Okay, you probably don't need to, but let's say you want to know how the blueprints work a little bit better. Let's make a new level and try to do it from scratch. So let's create a new basic level and save it. And let's add our blueprints to our level. So go for the meta body tool under meta customization system, open up the blueprints, drag and drop the blueprint into the level, put it in position 0, and do the same with the meta face tool. Open the blueprint, drop it in the level, position it as 0, the world origin. Open the meta styler, open up the blueprints, grab the meta styler blueprint, drop it in the level, and position it in the same position, position 0. And make sure you also drop the gender changer into the level as well. Okay, so if we click play, nothing happens, but we do get our customization options there. Okay, so we need to correct that, and we can correct that by clicking on the meta styler. Okay, and we can click on playable metahuman, set it to true, set hide menus to true as well, add menus in place, set that to true. Everything else we can leave it on off. We've already seen the fantasy game example. So if you wanted to play as a fantasy game, you can just switch out these blueprints here. Make sure they're fantasy game blueprints instead. Okay, same as we did in the previous level. Okay, so anyway, once you've done that, let's click on play, and you get your playable third-person character there. Okay, like I said, if you want the fantasy character there, you can switch it out with the fantasy character instead. Okay, so you'll notice that these other menus are still here, though we clicked on hide menus and play. The meta styler menus are gone because they're hidden, but we need to hide the menus for the body tool and the face tool. Okay, so select the meta face tool, hide the menus like that. Scroll down in the details panel, click on hide menus in play. Select the meta body tool, scroll down as well, click on hide menus in play, set it to true. And now when you click on play, everything's fine. Okay, but there's one issue. We have our mouse moving around here. We cannot rotate our character, and this is I believe something that I may not have covered in the last. I think I did cover it. Yeah, I did cover it. Okay, so you just basically have to copy the level blueprint settings from third-person map. Let's save this and call it tutorial 2. Open the level blueprint, copy these the same way we did before. I'm going through it quickly this time. Hopefully you've got a hand of it already. So go back to our tutorial 2 level. Let's open the level blueprint and paste it here. Okay, and that's connected to the event begin play. And now when we click on play, we no longer have to click in order to move our camera. Our camera moves on its own. Okay. And what if we want to create a character creation screen instead of a playable level? Okay. What we can do now is I won't add these manually. I'll just copy them from here. Let's make a new level, and first let's highlight the blueprints, all 4 blueprints as usual. Let's copy them. Let's make a new level, basic level. Let's save this and let's paste all this over here. Again, when we click play, what we're getting is a playable third-person character, but that's not what you want. Let's click on the meta styler and let's change some settings here. Let's switch on character selection screen. Let's turn it to on. Playable meta human, let's turn that to off. Hide menus, let's turn that to off. And let's leave everything else the same. Let's select the meta face tool and turn off hide menus, and meta body tool, turn off hide menus. And one last thing you should do is open the level blueprint, select the meta body tool, and in the level blueprint, right click in an empty space and create a reference to BP meta body tool. Okay, right click in an empty space again, switch off context sensitivity, type blend with view. Yeah, set view target with blend. Okay, this is what we're looking for. I just forgot what it was called, but this is what we're looking for. Select that. Click in the empty space again and turn your context sensitivity back on because we don't want to get confused in the future. So just make sure you turn this back on. But if you try to search for that view with blend, it won't show up if your context sensitivity is on. Okay, it only shows up if your context sensitivity is off. I don't know why they've kept that this way for so many years. This is a very useful load. Anyway, grab your BP meta body tool, connect it to the new target, to the new view target, and from the target, drag it out and type get player controller and connect that to the event begin play. Okay, so this is what it should look like. Okay, because we want to use the camera in the meta body tool, which is what views our customizable character. Now if we click on play, seems we've done at least one thing wrong here. Let's look at our settings again. Let's go to our meta styler. What we have done wrong is we have not hidden our blueprints. Okay, so let's hide these blueprints. Hide everything. Select everything, type visibility, rather hidden, type hidden. After hidden in game, set that to true and press play. And yeah, there you go. Everything works correctly. So let's just do that in our other levels as well. save this as tutorial 3. Let's do that in our other level as well. Let's go to tutorial 2, where we have this playable character here. Let's hide all that, select all 4 blueprints, actor hidden in game, set it to true, first play, so that we do not get that blueprint showing there anymore. And finally, the last level, which is tutorial 1, let's do the exact same thing there. Highlight all 4 blueprints and set them all to hidden. These were set to hidden already, actually, because these were copy pasted from a level where they were already hidden. And yeah, that's it, guys. That's basically how you can add your customized character to a new level. You can use the same process to add the customized character to your own level. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.